Hello, folks. I am your typical dude sort of guy. Ooh, yeah. And we're doing Easy Lazy Keto episode 3. Episode 3. And today we're talking about sacrifices. Sacrifice her on the top of the Aztec temple. Anyway, sacrifices. What things you're going to have to give up. What things I gave up. Not you. Me. Again, we're talking about me. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Don't say, hey, your typical dude said, I got to do it. You don't got to do anything. I'm just letting you know what I did. Sacrifices that I made. This is going to be a fast one. Okay? Having a life. Just kidding. But yeah, kind of. Depends on what kind of life I had. My life was going out to see concerts, buying beer, smoking cigarettes, drinking beer, having a good time, going out all the time, like several days out of the week, jamming out with a band and buying beer. So that's the big sacrifice there. The big number 2 is, beer, alcohol. You got to give that up. You know, I don't want to call myself sober per se, but if you're sober, that's good. If you've been meaning to get sober, hey, get into keto at the same time. Bread. I should have made this up here. I'm going to continue number 4 over here. This area. Well, let me stick it down over here because I'm going to go into number 5. Bread, sugar, anything with sugar. So that includes soft drinks, candy bars, 90% of the desserts that you're gonna like. Stuff with starches, potatoes, carrots, things, root-based veggies, carbs that go over 20 grams is another thing I gave up. Sacrifices. So having a life, well, having a nightlife. Beer, alcohol, bread, sugar, starches, potatoes. What else did I have to sacrifice? I think that's about it. That's the majority of what I... well, I'm going to give you more examples of breads and starches, tortillas, because I love tacos, taquitos, burritos, all that stuff. Tortillas, yeah, I know. So bread, and we can go and make subgroups out of that. So what does that mean? Let's do the subgroup here of my favorite foods that I had to give up here. Pizza, pasta, burgers, and Chick-fil-A, tacos. Yeah, if you haven't changed the channel already, because YouTube has channels now, or if you haven't pressed pause and said, this guy's full of himself, I'm never going to do something like this, then go right ahead. Then you're not ready. Then you don't want to do this, because that's what you're going to have to do, my friend. I'm sorry. That's probably... what you're going to want to do if you want to get into keto. That's what I did. Okay, so that's just a fact there. These are the things that you're going to have to get out of the way. I don't even bother with trying to say, well, I'm going to make my own keto bread or whatever, because you know what? Like, there's no substitution for the real thing. Sugar is bad. Yeah. So sugar is the enemy. That's what you don't want. And I have a lot of conspiracies related to that. There are conspiracies about sugar. Did you know that when I was sugar is not really that good for you. Sugar, I can't think of anything that's good. I mean, as far as sugar goes, I like to think that perhaps sugar is put in place. Man, I don't want to be put on some sort of blacklist, so I'll just skip the whole sugar conspiracy. Because I sound like a nutsoid anyway. But I will let you all know that I am perfectly sane. Um, and by sane, I mean sane like a... Okay. But yeah, let's talk about pizza, pasta, burgers. Burgers, Chick-fil-A, tacos are some of my favorite things. But I could make some compromises, yes. I like to eat burgers. I love to eat burgers. I just don't eat them with bread anymore. And I don't slather them with ketchup. So I find ways to get around all this. You like that? Get around all this and find some loophole or a black hole or an anus. No. Something that I could find to enjoy it. Chick-fil-A, that's out of the question. Chicken, yeah, I love chicken. Tacos, without the tortilla. Burgers, without the bread. Pizza, depending on what you put on it. But you got to make your own pizza at this point. Or you get pizza with no sauce and no bread, okay? Cheese pizza with pepperoni, that's fine. That's great. You can do that. The sauce is the problem because the sauce has what? Azúcar. Yeah, a lot of sugar. That's why people like pizza a lot. Like that. You got bread. The bread and the pizza, that's all sugar. The sauce, sugar. Right? Some of the other veggies that people put in there, well, I want to put pineapple on it and this and that, and sugar. Then you have stuff like cheese. You have that saltiness of the cheese and the sugar melding together, and that's what your mouth craves. I'm drooling right now. But yeah, those are the things that we're gonna want to get away from. So you got to be real careful. Also, I mean, once you're willing to make those sacrifices, it's fine. Look, we're just talking about your life here. I'm talking about my life. I said, look, can I do it? Can I go without drinking beer? I mean, to be honest with you, I have been drinking beer for the past 20 years, pretty much every weekend. Now, that's one of the hardest parts. And that's what we're going to go about talking on our next episode, episode 4. Episode 4. Yeah, episode 4 here. We're going to be talking about not sacrifices, but we're going to be talking about some of what I experienced. What can we title this? How about I don't know, some drawbacks? Would drawbacks be the right word to say that? Symptoms? I don't know. I'll come up with it for episode 4, but I do want to talk about some of the pros and cons, and very minimal on the cons, the words on the tip of my tongue, you're all laughing at me right now because I think you all can think about it right now. It is look at like this is me right now. I'm a little monkey thinking about and this is all that's going on in my head. Just like some formless thing. Because I'm trying to think of a word. Side effects! That's the word. Side effects. Episode 4, side effects. And there's not a lot. But there's more mental side effects than anything, because if you've lived a lifestyle like me, where I was used to a certain way of living and surviving, battery power at 5%. Sorry. Then you'll understand what I mean by side effects, because, look at my little monkey nipples. Side effects, yeah, they may scare some people away from this, but they're not that bad, I'll be honest with you. There are a couple of little things that you experience, and you know what? You can also fix them, too. There are ways. So we're going to be talking about my side effects and what I did to fix them. But there's some that I'm still dealing with to this day. One of them being internal farts. And we'll leave it at that. Internal farts, all going on in the stomach, in the belly. Internal farts, and I'm still figuring out what to do with that. Again, a lot of it is you can learn a lot But you may not even master the ways of keto till you're until I reach the age of Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's a Star Wars reference. Oh. But yeah, we're gonna go back and talk about that. I'm just kind of deciding what exactly I'm gonna be doing with that. But anyway, so episode 4. See us next time. Good luck. Ask me questions. This is your typical dude sort of guy signing off. We'll see you later on.